Well, now we're going to deal with 113 Pro, which is hardly cracked. You can see that this motherboard, all the bonding pads are pseudo-solid rings, so we got no any other ideas except doing the swap process. The next step is to put the motherboard on the universal heating platform for 190 degrees Celsius and for about 120 seconds. To make it easier, we have to add the flux paste in order to make it easier. Next thing that we have to add is using the heating air gun for about 350 degrees Celsius and the airflow of 50. The signal board and the logic port easily can be detached. Now you can see it that, well, here we can detach it. This is the time to detach the motherboard from each other. The third step is to remove the paste around the IC A15. Here we see we have to use 250 heating, and also I strongly suggest you to use the blade Kourosh 011. Don't forget it. Thanks, Kourosh. Adding the flux paste around the CPU is the next step. Well, in this case, we gotta be very careful to add the flux paste in order to make the CPU detachment very easily. So, don't forget it. We have to have the heating air gun move it around carefully and smoothly so that the tins are ready to be removed. The time of the detachment, you gotta be careful that no pads should be removed. If you miss any pad here, it means that you did and you make a failure. Be careful. Well, the next step is to revolve this CPU IC. Well, don't forget it that we have to put this stencil, the reballing stencil, into the position, and we have to rub smoothly the soldering paste. We have to use the temperature 300 degrees Celsius and the airflow of 30 in order to make a good reballing. Okay, now let's go for the final step. Well, we have to add flux paste in the position, but be very careful. We have to spread it using the assistance of the heating air gun. Well, and now this is the time to make the attachment. Well, let me tell you the technical info. Well, we have to have the 350 degrees Celsius and the airflow of 50. Special thanks to Reballing technology that made a cooperation to help us to find the EEPROM location. Now we have to move carefully around the heating gun so that the attachment process completes. Okay, finally we have done it. The swap process is finished. Now you can see that the logic board and the signal board, all of them were swapped. Now let's go for the testing. Now here is for the IMEI test. Okay, it works. Now let's go for the Wi-Fi. And here it is the list. Okay, the Bluetooth definitely it works. Okay, and now let's go for the camera. Now this is me. And here is the rear camera. Okay, and this is the other cameras. All right, let's go for the other tests. Now, the sound, well, it works. iPhone 13 Pro swap, firstly done by Kourosh company technicians located in Iran. Subscribe and follow us to have more videos. Thanks.